Never been so strong with anyone. Never been this sure I found the one. Never felt this safe with anyone. Finally found a place where I belong. But now I wonder what is wrong. What's on your troubled mind? There's one thing I want you to know. All the days that we've been spending, I hope this dream is never ending. Oh, feels like a fairy tale. And all of me is filled with love. You know you mean the world to me. Oh, feels like a fairy tale. Like a fairy tale. If I will share my life with anyone, I really hope that you will be the one. And now I wonder what is wrong. What's on your troubled mind? There's one thing I want you to know. All the days that we've been spending, I hope this dream is never ending. Oh, feels like a fairy tale. And all of me is filled with love. You know you mean the world to me. Oh, feels like a fairy tale. Like a fairy tale. If you say you wanna leave me, you better make it quick. Believe me, if it's true, I will pack your bags for you. But if you ever change your mind, you know I won't be kind a second time around. And you're out of my life. All the days that we
Hello, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are having a great day. And if you want to answer my question to who loves fairies, do so in the comments down below. Let me know who loves fairies. I know I do. And right here, if you guys remember her, I showed you her on a video. I had gotten her I want to make sure she's in the camera view. I had gotten her in an auction lot from Big Barn Auctions, and she was a broken, one of those flying fairies, and I turned her into my indoor fairy garden queen. She's the queen of fairies. And in the little fairies that I got, this little girl right here, I am going to put more leaves on here. She is the guardian. I showed you guys last week or the week before this fairy, and she is the guardian of the queen, and she hides within her leaves so that she is unseen, and she protects the fairy queen. And she has beautiful, let me show you guys. She has beautiful glow. I put the glow to her now. Everything, her flowers, everything glows in the light. So as she's charging in the light during the day, she will glow at night. Even her guardian fairy glows. Look, I'll show you guys. There you go. Even she glows. Everything glows. Look at her beautiful flowers. What a beautiful queen I turned her into. So I am really excited to get her in to my indoor fairy garden, which we are moving on to next Tuesday. Next Tuesday we'll be in the fairy garden. I am so excited. And she is a beautiful fairy. But for right now, I do have to move her down out of the way so she doesn't get broke. And I want to show you guys this is the box I showed you last week. We have oops, I dropped my fairy off there. Let me get her. Yeah, we don't want to glue her on because she will be able to turn with the seasons. So here we have spring. I gotta finish summer. I'm not done with summer yet. I started it. Here's the beach, the Blackstone Beach, and the glow rocks, and a water plant. And I gotta finish summer. Here we have winter. Thank you, Deidre. Thank you so much, hon. I take a lot of care when I'm making my fairy gardens. And we have the fall, and it says, Happy Fall. And you know the gnomes go right along with the fairies. And this is the fall. And it turned out beautiful. Yeah, my sweetheart saw me making it, and he's like, oh, honey, you're so creative. He said, that made a beautiful quad fairy, and I love how it can turn. So whoever buys it will get to put her on top, and she can turn with the seasons. So, and everything glows. Even her, she will glow. Look at her. And then when they turn her to the summer, they turn her too. And then the winter, and they turn her too. So she can face, that's why I'm not gluing her on. So she can face, but I want you guys to see this, and here. That's the winter. It all glows, even the little sparkly Christmas tree. It glows. And we go to the fall. Summer or spring. Now I do have to add the glow to her wings in the back yet. And summer. And the rocks glow. It's going to look really... I think I'm gone again. Paula, can you see my comment? Yes, we can see your comments, honey. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. That means a lot to me. You and Deidre finding it so amazing. Yes, whoever buys this is just going They are going to love this fairy garden. Very unique, one of a kind. I know they're gonna say they haven't seen that anywhere else. And while I have my teapot out of the way, check this out. I found this, oh, there it is. That's the little, she sits on this. Yeah, it fell off. I'll have to glue it on. I found this at a yard sale, and it is a bird feeder, but I am going to turn it into a fairy lantern, and it does have the glass. I have the glass out of it right now getting cleaned, and I'm gonna turn it into a fairy garden because I have the bottom and I have around the glass. I can put the lights down here into the glass, and then it'll light up the whole fairy garden. And I love this top part for putting the fairy garden all around here and the birds. It's gonna make a wonderful fairy lantern. So I'm pretty excited about that. And my market is coming up this Saturday, y'all, from 10 to 3 at the Owl's Nest in Topeka on Adams. Yes. Now, I did some work on the teapot because I am afraid the month is getting away from us. And I was afraid the month was getting away, and I want to get to the indoor fairy garden. It's a lot bigger and so much fun to do. So I worked on this in my off time, and I got the plant in the window, and we did this. I put the fairy here, and she also is a glow fairy. The plant bottoms glow like that. Can you see that? They glow. And then on the other side, I put a beautiful fairy sitting by the fence, and I put some mushrooms. And remember, we talked about putting plants here? Just perfect, says Deidre. Aww. Yes, they will be lucky, Dee. They will be so lucky getting that other planter, I'll tell you. But I put the mushrooms here. I just thought, and little flower garden right here in front of the lady gnome and the fairy, and I did the tree. The tree is done. Now, today, while we're working on things, I have to do the tree. We have to put the glow stuff on the tree, and it's right here. Let me get my brush. I don't know if I should use a feather brush. Maybe I better use the feather brush because we don't want to knock anything off here. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Do you love fairies? We sure love fairies. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my feather brush on the tree just to be on the safe side. And what it'll do is it will protect it. And don't worry, we're going to lose some, but most of it is going to be painted with the glow, and it will keep it from falling off. Whoever buys it at the market, they won't have to worry about their stuff falling off. And what we do lose while we are glowing it, we don't have to worry about, because I made sure to put a lot on it for that reason. So the loose ones that do come off are because they didn't catch the glue. So we just got to make sure it's not going to fall off on the buyer. You don't want to buy a fairy garden that loses things. Now let me show you guys. Check it out. Look how that glows already. What a beautiful tree, and it's going to be such a pretty. Yay! Lisa said she loves fairies. Yes, we have another fairy friend. And one thing I like about my glow dust and using the Mod Podge is it dries crystal clear. And always keep in mind, y'all, you don't need a lot. You just need enough. You just need enough to keep it, harden it, and to keep it on the branches. And it will glow. Don't worry about that. You will see the glow. And it lights up like a beautiful Christmas tree. And that, see, some of the loose stuff was in that center right there where it fell down when I was making the tree. And once it dries and hardens, it'll hold this tree together like glue. They'll never have to worry about the flowers falling off, or, you know, they might lose a little teeny bit here and there, but yeah, they won't lose the majority. And the fact that it dries clear, you won't be able to see it after it's all dry. Yeah, there we go. We need just a little more right in here. Don't ever rush your art projects, guys. Give it time to dry. It will dry. There we go. See what I mean? Once that dries clearly, look how that's gonna glow. And it's not gonna glow in every single spot, which is gonna make it so pretty. Yes, all right. Let's get my brush in the water so that the glue can come off there and the Mod Podge. All right. And you want it to look as realistic as possible because it is in a fairy garden, so you don't really want it to look perfect. You want it to look like a tree and flowers and just like a garden would grow. All right, so today we have to take our white paint. Let me get my paper. And I need my white right here. And I decided on something different for this. I'm still gonna blow the greenery on it, but I don't think I can do that. The Teapot Fairy Garden is too beautiful. Oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. I just hope whoever buys this at the market is totally in love with fairies, and they will just love it. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking some of my white paint and I'm covering up the black, because instead of covering the whole teapot and the green, like a thick green, I decided to just blow it on there. So I will not be able to do that on camera, but I will videotape it for you guys so you can see how it's done. And this will just make I waited too late. In case you're wondering why I am not using the acetone to get this off, I waited too late. After we did the fairy garden steps the last time, I think that's when I had my bout with bronchitis, and I forgot to go back and take the paint off. So but it's coverable. I mean, I'm not worried about it. It's handcrafted. And it's gonna have the green over it anyway, so they won't be able to see it. You'll see what I'm saying. And even if they did see it, guess what? It's handcrafted, so. And I have talked to a lot of the vendors at the market, and a lot of them tell me the same thing I tell you guys. If you want something handcrafted and you're expecting perfection, don't buy here. And that's just how they feel too. Because anything handcrafted is going to have the tiny quirks in it. But when they look at the beautiful, and a lot of places, around the steps is my worst. But I did good on the other places. But, you know, with my hands shaking sometimes. You know, I might be able to show you on the lid. I think I can show you guys just a little bit of it. See how that covered that black under there? Look at that. You can't even see how dark that black was. That's what I love about this paint. So we got that covered. Let me slip underneath the handle here. We need some under there. Yeah, covered it right up. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, I really think I could show you guys on the lid what I'm talking about. And that way, if you can see the tree back here already drying, this side is already clear as a bell. Can you guys see that? It's already dried clear. Yeah, they'll never know. And at least it'll be hard, and they won't have to worry about having it fall off. See? Beautiful glowing in this spot and that spot. That is so pretty. Oh, they are really going to enjoy their fairy garden. Okay, here's how I'm going to show you guys. Let me put my pen in, or my paintbrush in the water. Let me find. All right, we're going to use this. Now, you just want to put the glue where you want wherever you're going to want. You don't want to put it like, the only way to say it is, don't glue too many sections at once, okay? Don't glue too many sections at once. So I'm going to take another fan brush, and I'm going to show you guys what I mean about blowing on the grass. And be careful. Now I'm using the fan brush so every little stitch of this does not get wet. Okay, now I'm going to take the grass into my hand and I'm going to spread it out. That's why you have to make sure you have a craft area where you can pick up, like this whole table, I can pick up anything that does not get on here. Oh, beautiful. So this is how I'm going to do it. I think the pot will look much better if it has little things like this rather than covering it completely full, and then it will be too hard to undo. So yeah, even the paint picked up some of the, which is good because it's already done. But that way we can have patches of grass and it will glow. See there? See the glow? So through the glass, or through the grass and the glow paint, it will have grassy patches that are now adhered really tight. They won't fall off, and it will glow. Can you guys see the glow? And they will be so happy to see their teapot glowing so beautifully. And that is how you blow on your grass if you don't want it to be covered thickly, which I got thinking about that. And the reason I didn't want it covered really, really thick was because of that. I just think it would be too much. And they wouldn't have enjoyed it. See? And it's going to look like a grassy area that glows with not too much. See how it's glowing? And then it'll still look like a grassy fairy garden without all the, see here where some of it went? And it doesn't glow here because the paint is not a glow paint. Awesome, thank you, Paula. So that's what I'll do to the pot and get every inch of it. And that way we can get my brush, that way we can move it. Now, I'm gonna set this aside. And this will be all done off camera. You guys know how to blow your grass on now. And you can get this kind of grass at Temu, you guys. Buy locally. Buy locally in your area. They have local now. And you can buy right here in the United States. And you order this from Temu. And you get it in a bunch of packs so it'll last you a long time. And you can do this to your own fairy gardens. And I love how this turned. It looks gorgeous. It is going to really look good when it's all done. But like I said, we only have an hour, so I have to just move along as we go because we are going to move into the big garden. All right, I did want to show you today these. These are the little kits that we get. All right, I gotta wipe up my grass. I used to have a little brush and a pail. You know, a little tiny brush with a dustpan. And my granddaughters decided it was fun to play with. So I don't have it for my art desk anymore. So I guess I'm gonna have to go out and buy a new one because who knows what the young'uns did with it. Now, I love these for the simple reason you get the miniatures, and y'all know that I buy the mini home and mini fashions and everything in these. And I love the fact that they make great gardens. Now, we definitely definitely want it to look like a garden, correct? So this one is going to be a little more. Oh, where are you, brush? I think I want this one. And you definitely want this one to be a little more because it's going to sit out and you want to cover it. And you want to turn it into a beautiful fairy garden. And it will also glow. So you do one section at a time like this. And then you take your fairy grass. Let me get a different color. I don't want that color. I want this color for this one. See that? See how well it sticks? But I want a little more on the edges. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. Oh, my hands are shaking today, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll keep it down on the table. My MS does that to me once in a while. It just makes my hands shake. And I get these little spoons. They come in very handy, especially when you want a thicker area. And once it hardens, it will never come off. And you don't, it can be patchy. Don't worry about it being patchy. Because you definitely, you want it to be unique. You want the person you're giving it to or selling it to, you want them to have something that is special. You made it, it's handmade, it's unique in its own way. So don't try to make each one the same. They all will be different. And you see how well that sticks to it once it's done. I do want to get some more right here. Just a little bit. All right, do we get all the edges? Let me get right here. If you guys are wondering what this is made out of, it is not plastic, guys. It is silk. It is definitely silk. It is very, very soft. And oh my gosh, it just feels so beautiful on the hand. Just a little more right there, not much. Oh no. I missed this whole section. I didn't know I missed that section. Beautiful. So there is your base. Oops. There's your base, and you got the lumps over here, and this will not come off. Once it is completely hardened, it will not come off, guys. And I see a section here. I mean, I don't want, see how it has the glow through there? Yeah, I don't want it to have that big of a section. So I missed that totally. I'm just gonna blotch it. I don't mind some, but that's a big, and that shows. You don't want that big of a section showing. There we go. And we want some of it sticking up. That's okay. Nice, yeah. See, we can have some showing, but not that big old section. So there you go. That one is done. And once it completely dries, you can have the greenery like I just did, or you can have this, and this will glow. Can you guys see that glow? See the glow through there? So when they light it up, the edges will glow, and it will be sitting on a base for them, so it won't roll here and there. I put one of the felt bases right there, and then I flip it over. Now, with this, let me get some of the grass off my hands. There we go. So with this, and don't worry, none of this grass will be wasted. I pick it all up. So once we get that dry and you have your grass and your glow on the bottom, and you put your little felt sticker there, so that way it won't roll on them. It will set steady. And you can get those at the Dollar Tree, you guys. Now here's what I like to use. So I better put that in the, all right, always, and remember what I told you guys about the hot water? Always put hot water where you put your brushes. It instantly breaks down the glue, the Mod Podge, and anything else that it needs to paint. The hot water is so good. So what we do is we take our glue, and you want it to be a beautiful fairy garden. And you want to make sure that they don't lose none of their bottom base. So it'll always be there. And then you can use this kind of fairy moss, and you start sticking it in the bottom. Make sure it sticks to the glue. And then you move your way up to another patch and go out to the sides. You got glue on the sides, so you definitely want to get it on the sides of your ball so that it will stick. And then you have your center. So now that I got my sides glued on, my bottom is glued on, those will always stay there. So now I want to get the center of my fairy garden, so I am going to put the glue right directly on, and then I'm going to take another handful of fairy grass and make my center piece. So that all stays in the ball, so they don't have to worry about losing their grass. And if some of it hangs out, that's okay. But now you've got your entire fairy garden done. Another thing you can do with these is paint them. Let's say you wanted to paint it green rather than use the paintbrush. Oh, thank you, Paula. Did I miss a comment? Let me see. I gotta make sure I didn't miss any comments. There we go. Anna's, oh yeah, I answered that one on Anna. Okay, so then you make sure that your grass, now you can always add more after you decide what you want to do with your fairy garden. What are we gonna do? Let's see. This is hardening away, looking good. So what do we want to do with this fairy garden? I know, let's put, all right, and I can paint this after I make the fairy garden, so don't worry, this ain't going to waste. I will sell this one, but I will paint it afterwards. So let's do this. Let's check out, okay, let's put a pond. Let's put a pond in the middle of and I don't glue anything down till I decide what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we have our pond, and I do use the glow rocks, as you can see. Look how beautiful, once they start charging, they are just beautiful, you guys, just beautiful. Look at them babies glow. And this is not much of a charge, So when they're in the light, if you have a light, I charge mine with one of those clip lights. I use a clip light. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Dee. I use a clip light to charge my garden, my indoor garden. So yeah, you want a light that you can definitely charge. Now let's see. Now I have the pond, so then I could put the fairy right here. But well, let's move her over here. We need her to have room. So we can put her right there. And this is where the felt comes in handy, you guys. See how she wants to tip it? So you definitely need the felt on the base to hold it. And they make wonderful fairy gardens. Let me see if I can get my felt real quick. Hold on.
You can never sleep in traffic, 'cause living steady kill me. I know 'cause I try S. Now I see through your habits, just like gadgets. You tell me with the two hands, I'm too bad. Wonder what you've been so like. Need me to give your hands back.
Looks like my felt got moved out of the, doggone it, I know I had it in the craft cupboard. Yeah, it got moved out of the craft cupboard. Maybe I used it, because I made a lot of fairy gardens, so I might have used it and misplaced it. Darn, darn, darn. But anyway, the felt, I know what I'll do for right now. Just till we're done. All right, so if I want my pond there, I can put her right here. She's sitting at the pond thinking. And then, fairies are very friendly with the animals. And here we have a little hedgehog. And we can nestle the hedgehog right in there with her. Now, you can use these kind of flowers, or you can use another kind of flower. You can use these kind of flowers and put them in the grass by the fairy. They do glow. Put them right in the grass. And also, we could give her a tree. Now, I save everything off plants, y'all. Everything. Because I never know what I want to use in my fairy gardens. So, whoops, I hit my... So we could give her... We could put her by a tree. We could put her by 2 trees. Thank you, Anna. What do you guys think? 1 tree or 2 trees? Let's get rid of the bendy corner, though. I don't like that bendy corner. It makes it hard to poke it down in. There we go. She will be glued there. And let's get rid of this bendy corner. One tree or two? Two. Deidre says two. Paula says two. Yes, how much nicer is two trees gonna look? Now, if you want to make this a fall one, you would put fall leaves. And let me show you what I mean by that. At Hobby Lobby, you can get tiny little leaves, this size, even tinier if so, and you glue them to your tree. If you want to make it a winter tree and put white buds on it, you would use these. And you put little white buds all over it, and it looks like one of the white bud trees that are blooming. Lisa also said two. All right, two it is. So you could use these to make it a bud tree or turn it into a fall one if it's in the fall and you want to do that. So we have her by a pond talking to a hedgehog, and she's a beautiful. And then when they light it up, her wings will glow, the pool will glow, or the pond will glow, even the flowers glow. So you can put these flowers all over anywhere, and I also get them at Temu. And you just decorate the whole fairy garden with the flowers. I'll just put them in there for right now because I will glue everything down. And then everything glows, and they have a beautiful fairy garden. Now I can paint the outside, or I can make the outside grassy like this. Now it's not quite dry, I can feel. But once it hardens, it will never come off unless you scrub it off. So, yeah, it's still hardening. And then you can use this kind of grass inside, which then gives it a contrast. And it's so pretty, y'all. And there you have turned something you buy. If you buy the miniature home stuff or the miniature babies, keep I have all different sizes of these. I have all different sizes. I have yellow, I have blue, I have white. I have some that are triangled or, made with but I am gonna finish this one, and it'll be a surprise in my own fairy garden next week when we hit the indoor fairy garden, y'all. Indoor. It's gonna be so much fun. And this will be finished. So you can go ahead and tell me in the comments how you think I'm going to do it. Am I going to make it winter? Am I going to make it summer? Or fall? How am I going to make this fairy garden? It will be finished. And the trees will be there. It's going to be gorgeous. And I will find, of course, there's going to be an added surprise in there. All right, D is guessing winter. Winter. Oh, look it. I could even use this to help her water her flowers. Yes, or giving the hedgehog some more. Oh, I have a good idea. I want that. But I am going to be adding a secret element that I didn't show you today. So you got that to look forward to. I can't see what you're going to be doing for Christmas. No, I'm not telling anybody. How many of you were with my channel when I did the Christmas version of my fairy garden? Do you remember that? You remember my Christmas fairy garden? So you never know what I'm going to be. And my Halloween garden. How many remember my Halloween fairy garden? That was gorgeous. And of course, I need to put some mushrooms in there. I am going to be putting all kinds of Yeah, I can't wait to finish this and get her in the large fairy garden. She is gonna look so awesome. And the teapot will also be finished, and I will show you that next week after it has all the greenery blown on it, and it is going to go to the market sale along with that fairy lantern and the 4 fairies. Fall, summer, spring, and winter. Beautiful. I can't wait to do that one. That is going to be so fun, y'all. So much fun. And it looks like I have a mess to clean up, but my brushes will be... Hey, did y'all notice I was using a baby bottle? Let me tell you how this baby bottle came to be. My youngest granddaughter, she was about 2. She's 4 now, but she was 2, and she always loved my babies, wanted to see the babies, play with the babies, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. And she always took their bottles. And this one lost its cap and everything that went to it. And I said, well, sweetie, that's okay. Because Granny loves her Reborns, so I can use it as a water. See how? Do you see how milky that looks? It broke up. Look at that brush. It broke up the glue, paint, and everything. Hot water, y'all. Put your brushes in hot water. Even if it cools down, that's okay. Look at that brush. It broke down all the glue. This is the one I used the glue on for the little fairy garden. Breaks down your glue and your water will get awful milky, but so you want to change your water 2 and 3 times during the course of your crafting to make sure you have fresh hot water. And I love using this bottle because it holds the brushes nice, and it reminds me of my love for my Reborns. So, remember that tip, guys, and you can never go wrong. And I want to thank everyone for coming in to my Fairy Garden Tuesday. I will be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. for our book club. If you want to join the book club, come on over. We have a lot of fun. We get to write. We get to do stories. We make paragraphs. We share our journals with each other. And we make some awesome journals, picture journals. Anna also said 2 trees. Okay, I sure will, Miss Anna. Tomorrow, guys, 2 p.m. Till then, Dee loves this song. It touches her heart. So that is why I play it. So have a great Tuesday, guys. See you tomorrow live.
Never been so strong with anyone.